All right. 3, 2,
It's fine.
1. We're on.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to have y'all sideways for so long.
No, y'all, you fine. You fine. All right, guys. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I got some Panera mac and cheese.
Sil, why you look so crazy, dude?
Probably because my like thing is like off to the side, so like my TV is over here, but like the webcam's over here. But I don't know. I think it's weird if I just spend the whole entire time staring directly into the lens.
I'm about to call the cops. That's what I'm about to do.
Call him. You'll never catch me.
I bet. Like, oh wow, we can't arrest this guy. He looks like Jesus. It's serious, man.
Oh, too funny.
Ugh. No, seriously, you look like Jesus.
I get that a lot at bus stops. A lot. Like dudes will just be like, "Yo, it's Jesus," and I'm like,
yeah.
And it's a great time.
Yeah,
Genuflect on the hose.
So where you want to start?
The thumbnail for this podcast is absolutely ridiculous. It's just me sitting in the chair exactly how I look right now.
I love it. Thumbnail art.
Here, let me share it on the internet.
I'm really full. That was a lot of mac and cheese.
I thought you were eating like corn. Why are you doing so late, dude?
Because when I got home, I went on a ride, and then after I got back from my ride, my girlfriend wanted to go get food, so I went and got food. Yeah.
Not too bad. All right, y'all. So, first thing, man, is Anthem is breaking PS4s.
I read that.
Breaking.
That's insane to me.
They're breaking them.
I guess the hardware just can't handle it?
No, it's got a and apologies, I will confess I don't know the exact terminology as to specifically what's going on. It's got something to do with the memory, if from what I read, if I understood it right, that ultimately over the course of the game running, the system will eventually crash. Now, the good news is kind of like with a PC when it crashes, you can boot it back up, and there's steps to boot it in safe mode. And what it will do is when you boot it in safe mode, it will go through the storage device, the affected storage device, I believe the one that Anthem is saved on. If you have an external one, then that one. And it will review and ensure that none of the files became corrupted. So there's been some claims that it's bricking PS4s. I haven't seen any confirmation from any outlets other than a lot of news articles are referencing Reddit posts as their sources. So I'm like, okay, great assault. Reddit sometimes likes to venture into the world of hyperbole, but yeah. So definitely crashing though. It is causing crashing on PS4s.
Like I heard it's so bad that it's like making people rebuild the databases on their PlayStations. Like it's like super bad.
I think as of right now, that's the workaround, is when you boot it back up in safe mode. You have to go through those steps to get it to successfully run again. And I haven't read anywhere that like definitively fixes it. I just think that gets you back in, and then there's the possibility it may happen again. So feels bad. Sorry, PS4 players. Not that I'm happy with its performance on PC either.
I heard it barely runs. Like, I mean, it runs, but I heard that it like barely performs on console.
Oh, I don't know.
I heard it dips below 30.
That's rough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't enjoy that too much. Even on a higher end rig, it's not all that smooth. At least not for me. And I'll confess, I try to run it on the higher graphical settings, but it's just, I don't know. It's got a lot of bugs and a laundry list of them that
Hello, Tori.
All right.
He is here.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to the party, dude.
Thank you. I was having so much trouble getting into this freaking Hangout. I was trying to do it at my computer, and it wasn't working. So I have it pulled up on my phone, perched on my monitor. Oh.
Well, you're looking pretty HD there, man.
Ooh, thank you. Google Pixel 2 XL.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm in a commercial. God damn it. I knew it.
The best camera in the business, yo.
I hate stumbling into these ads.
I thought this was a podcast. Damn it, Google.
They got me again.
Lanier is sponsored by bread. Bread, make a sandwich with it.
Tori, did you happen to catch the title of the video?
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
hold
Okay,
on.
I just looked. I love it.
Oh, God.
Hold up. Where do I see this?
I just shared it on Discord. Correction, I just shared it on Facebook.
Facebook doesn't do anything for me. I don't have one of those.
Really?
I think Cedric may jump in here with us.
Hey.
Especially before we get to the eating booty part, you know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
What?
Apparently, it may not be as much of a meme as we thought it is.
What meme?
I personally think when people say they should eat booty or whatever, I think it's a meme. Personally, I don't think people are actually licking people's anuses. That's what I think. I don't think it's real. I think it's a meme.
It may not be a popular thing, but I'm of the mind that it's probably very real.
Sil, do you think it's real, dude? Sil on?
Yeah.
Oh, he's moving. Sil, you're talking, but we don't hear you.
Because my mic was muted because I was blowing my nose and I didn't want the whole podcast to hear it. Eating booty is real. I will not elaborate.
Yeah, you can. This is a grown adult podcast here, dude.
Oh, I know, but I just won't. It's Ellen DeGeneres will come after me if I talk too much about it.
Oh God. Ellen's probably been eating booty for years, dude.
Oh, that's 2 for real, 1 for fake.
One seem real. I think it's absolutely real.
It's a real. Some people are just all about the beehole, man.
Once again, DeMarcus, you're the minority.
Tori, have you?
What?
Are you serious?
That's a 2 for 1 special right there. I hope you like that joke.
Tori, have you ever eaten a hiney before, dude?
Oh, God, no.
You haven't?
No. Jesus Christ, no.
Why? Why haven't you?
Yes, Tori, elaborate on your...
That's where the poop comes out.
Not right now, it don't.
Yeah, God, I'd hope not.
Well, you would hope. That's the ideal. I mean, that's just like, I don't know, man. I mean, you never know these days with people.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Just not something I'm into. So
A second
Speaking
Tori
of
on that.
things that we're just really not into, can we just take a moment to segue away from eating booty into talking about this jar of boiled peanuts that my mom decided to send me with no context?
Mm-hmm.
This is just wet peanuts in a fucking can. This is just wet peanuts.
Why she sent you?
I don't know. I just got a box in the mail, and my mom's just like, "Hey, sweetie, I'm sending you a box," and I'm like, "Cool." And all that was in it was boiled peanuts and this light up Zelda canvas poster that I don't know what to do with because I don't have outlets like that in my apartment. But I got boiled peanuts. Yeah, I got boiled peanuts. Sometimes she just sends me pictures of like jam on the shelf at the store, like with no like, look at this neat like no, it's not even like weird jam. It's like strawberry. It's just a picture of strawberry jam still on the shelf. She didn't buy it.
Why does
She'll
she
just be like, "Oh, did you buy that jam?" She's just like, "No, just saw it and thought of you." I'm like, "Thanks."
Maybe she thinks you like Animal Collective.
Maybe I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know if I just give that impression off to people. I remember when I used to work at FYE, man, people would ask me my opinions on like metal music all the time, and I'd just be like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I just look like this." Like, I'm not trying to like misrepresent myself to anybody, but like I'm just putting these CDs away in the section. I don't know. I can't even read half of these CDs named covers if there weren't like printed out labels. I can't read twigs.
That's valid.
I'm just not. I can't. It disappoints people so much. I remember one time I was like in the line at like the little shitty convenience store that they just like crammed into the mall that sells like gas station snacks and like really overpriced cigarettes. And some dude's in line behind me and he's just like, "Hey, did you play guitar?" And I'm like, "No." He's just like, "What about drums?" And I'm like, "No." And he's just like, "Can you sing?" And I went, "Probably not." And he was just like, "Oh, do you want to try?" And I was just like, "I gotta go back to work. I can't let you like try to like recruit me into your band just because I look a kind of way, because you're just gonna get really disappointed."
You should show up the next day with a haircut. Cut all your hair off. Be like, "I'm ready to play the drums now."
I'm ready. Oh, the position has been filled. Sorry.
We hired an octopus.
This is an octopus with a wig on.
Yo, hey, real quick, did y'all hear that Dead or Alive came out? The new Dead or Alive.
Oh, you talking about that $90 DLC?
Bro, how you gonna release a DLC package where the DLC ain't released yet, and it's $93?
It's not even out yet.
The DLC ain't. The game is. The game is $60, but the
season pass is $93.
Oh, the season pass. Okay, that makes sense.
The season pass doesn't have the content yet, but it's $93.
That's insane.
2 new characters and a buttload of costumes. That's what the season pass is, and it's $93.
And some of the dudes were mad because they made some of the girls' titties smaller than the previous game.
You can't expect somebody to pay $90 and then cheat them on titties. They're paying good money for those titties.
I mean, there's a free way to get to that.
Bro, I'm telling you, if Pornhub made a video game, they in society, bro.
Oh my God. Like, I was literally just talking about like dating sims at work, like the old school, like Newgrounds anime dating sims, where it's just like a really shitty, like platformer where you just run around a map talking to people, trying to find pictures of anime titties or something. Like, they're all the same. They're just different skins with different anime girls on them. Like, they're all the exact same game, like those Otome games or whatever. Cause somebody found some kind of moving company in our system that was like Heavenly Husky Movers or something. And I was just like, that sounds like my dating sim that I'm going to write, where you just date like sweaty, muscular men. I'm all for
sex and games, but you got to be a lonely bastard be playing them games, man.
Oh God. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like, you're either like a lonely piece of shit or like a really horny 13-year-old on newgrounds.com in like 2004.
Or a dedicated game reviewer. Really dedicated.
I just want to find out more about Heavenly Husky Movers.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look at my chat thing at work to figure out exactly what it was. But it was some kind of, the word husky was in it, and the word heavenly was also in it.
It sounds like a porno.
It did sound like a porno, like exactly. I was just like, is this like somebody's like LLC that they like made up so that they can like rent like an industrial space so they can like film dudes fucking in it? Like,
it sounds like a pornographic film about a moving company made entirely out of bears.
oh yeah, definitely.
And I like it. I'm into it. I want to find out more about this.
Me too. I should have had Stacy link me the website. Damn it.
Y'all gay.
What the hell is going on in this podcast?
Cameron got on here and he's like, man, I want to talk about some video games.
I came here to roast Anthem, to roast Red Dead Redemption Online.
Oh yeah.
Talk positively about Pokemon.
Yep.
And then roast the February gaming releases, except for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
No, but instead you came here and you got booty eating, theory crafting, and sweaty muscular men.
Instead, I got rated R DeMarcus in here.
Cam, have you ever eaten a high?
That's not for me. To each their own. Not for me.
I got close. Just like this. It was like I got close, and I was like,
Bitched out.
I was like, this is for some people, it ain't for me. It's a wrap. Hey, Cedric.
Welcome to the podcast. You came in at a great time. Zoom with microphone immediately.
Talking about playing in the sewage.
Cedric, let me protect my social security number real quick. I ain't gonna mess with these guys.
I need a VPN for this conversation.
I'm about to get on Tunnel Bear, dude. They were here talking about eating ass.
These fools.
I'm dead.
So, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, I got a live chat going on? Hold on, let me see what's
We
happening.
got somebody's talking.
No.
Listen, I got a live chat. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
I don't want to see what kind of filth you've attracted. This is.
Wait a minute.
I mean, this podcast been age gated. If they do that, I don't know if they do that for Google Hangouts, but if they do, probably has.
Demonetized.
Yeah, no money to be made if there was any to be made.
Mm-mm.
Not anymore. There ain't.
Oh Lord.
Someone said, "Tell DeMarcus I love him." It's Sweet Dick Willie. They in the chat.
Oh,
You remember Sweet Dick?
oh yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah.
Of course. How could we forget?
Sweet Dick, good people, dude. I ain't even mad. I ain't mad.
There you go.
Hey, real quick now, Cedric,
What's up?
why are you on mute?
I don't know, man. I want to hear y'all hear me coughing and sneezing and shit.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm good, man.
You want me to get you some vitamin C pills or something?
I need some emergency, man.
Well, you're just gonna drop the podcast, run to the store, drop some vitamin C off for Cedric.
Well, he could probably just put us on mute, go to the store, come back, and still be talking about eating ass for some reason. So I don't know what's going on. Okay, real quick. Let's get back on Anthem real quick. Okay, look. Anthem's blowing up people's systems, y'all. Like they're blowing them up. And it's making people have to rebuild their whole like database on their PlayStation. Not only that, like wow, someone's deployed watching us, by the way. Sweet Dick is deployed. He's serving our country and watching us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's something.
God bless.
Reached a low point. Chose to watch us.
He could be doing anything with his off time, but he's watching us talk about eating eggs. Well, hey, be safe over there, man.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Thank you
over
for
there.
your service, and thank you for watching Lanier and Sons podcast.
Yeah, because they're going.
And whatever the hell we named it, or DeMarcus named it, I should say.
It's Lanier Sons podcast. That's what it is.
No, no, but what you named this episode?
It's called Anthem. Slash? Is that slash or straight? I don't know what the name of that song was. Anthem space hyphen space Anthem hyphen games as a service hyphen eating booty good for health question mark, and then Lanier and Sons podcast. But Anthem is also apparently Anthem has only sold like 10% of what Mass Effect Andromeda sold. Mass Effect Andromeda sold only 50% of what Mass Effect 3 sold. So if you want to put that in comparison to anything, but that data is only for it's only for Europe, and it's only for physical releases. To put more information on that, Inside Gaming did like some type of analysis where they compared those physical sales and how they related to digital sales, and it still ain't looking good. So I don't know, man. I think BioWare's got to go back and do what they know how to do. I think that otherwise they're in trouble if they don't. They need to go back. They announced Dragon Age 4 at E3. I think, wasn't it Microsoft's conference?
Maybe.
It's the only BioWare game I've ever played. So
Say what?
Anthem's the only BioWare game I've ever played. So
Really? You never played Mass Effect?
Nope. Didn't have a console at the time when Mass Effect was bigger. So I never played it. So unfortunately, BioWare's first swing was a miss for me. Well, first game I played from them. Obviously, they have a track record that I was hoping would result in a pretty fantastic storyline, if nothing else. But the storyline was kind of mediocre, and the ending for the final boss was pretty disappointing. I don't know who all beat the storyline yet for Anthem, so I'll refrain from spoilers, but it is certainly not the way that I anticipated that to go.
I still didn't get past Tomb of the Legionnaires. I quit it. I quit the game and I uninstalled it. I'm done.
Yeah, not missing out on much, at least not in my opinion. The flying's cool. I'll give them that. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, when the jets turn on, it's amazing. So, has anyone else played Anthem but me and Cam?
I haven't played it.
So I probably.
Cedric, have you? Cedric did.
Damn.
Cedric,
Really needed
you
that
all right?
vitamin C. All right, mission saved. Cedric's a go.
Oh God, let's go get Cedric.
We gotta find him.
Is Cedric? Cedric.
He's not getting that emergency, man.
Yeah.
All you see is Cedric's like face over his name, and he looks distressed in the picture.
Poor Ced.
I'm back now. Shut up.
There he is.
Cedric, have you played Anthem?
No, I have not.
You haven't played it?
No.
Mm.
I've heard good things about it, but I hadn't tried it out yet.
Yeah, go ahead and save your money, fam.
Yeah, you fine. Don't worry about it.
That
Game
will-
doesn't release for 6 months.
For real. That game it'll have content a little later on. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Anthem saved my marriage.
Shut up.
You know what's funny? Not to be off subject, but this is the first time I've ever seen Tori's hair.
What?
He isn't wearing a beanie. Oh, never mind. He is wearing a beanie.
am. See?
It's just the same color.
Never mind. We've been trolled.
That's my hat.
Tori doesn't.
So
Tori
it's not
wears a
worth picking up.
beanie. What'd you say, Cedric?
So it's not worth picking up, or is it?
No, not worth picking up.
No, not right now.
Gotcha.
Unless you want to do 3 missions and then put you on a grinding mission that you have to spend like 2 weeks trying to do. I ain't trying to do that shit. Tomb of the Legionnaires is the worst. Is one of the worst missions, like most nonsensical missions I've ever seen in a game. Like it was ridiculous. I was like, this is so stupid. I don't even. You know what? I'm done talking about Anthem, dude. I'm done. We'll put it to rest. I already gave it a funeral service. It's dead. If you haven't seen that funeral video, you should.
It's a good time.
I feel like I gave it a good send off, y'all.
You did. I cried. Genuinely. I didn't even know the guy. I cried.
Yo, real talk. I was listening to something on lunch today. This dude said, he said, what is an anthem anyway? Do I have to stand for the anthem? He's like, you know what? Better yet, I may kneel for it. He was like, actually, I'm not even saying that as like a political thing. He said, I'm kneeling to pay respects for BioWare because it's going to be their last game.
Yikes.
That is the joke that's been making the rounds.
Well, didn't they come out and say that they were safe?
They said that there wasn't anything people needed to worry about as far as the existence of BioWare being impacted if Anthem doesn't go over well.
I don't know why they just didn't give it to DICE.
Because DICE has already got every fucking game under their, like, they got Star Wars, they've got the Battlefield franchise, which they haven't even finished Battlefield 5. It still doesn't have some of the game modes that it was supposed to have. They're still working on those. I don't believe it's even got its Battle Royale mode yet, does it?
No. It's supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out this month.
It's to me,
with Apex around.
EA feels like it's, shooting itself in the foot multiple times. Like, hey, Battle Royale mode coming out this month. Oh, but we got another one that's actually really good that's out already. I feel like Respawn's their golden goose at this point. Respawn knows what they're doing when it comes to at least releasing a finished product. Whether or not you like that finished product, that's up to you, but it is a finished product, and you can actually enjoy it on release.
Apex is a ton of fun. If you guys if any of y'all haven't played Apex yet, y'all really should. It's good stuff. It really is. So,
and it doesn't cost you any money. So where's your excuse?
Not a lick. Cedric, have you played Apex?
Man, I don't play anything.
Shut up.
No, I have not. But I think I was confusing Apex with Anthem because while you guys were talking, I just pulled up some reviews on Anthem, and this 55% from PC Gamer is like, whoa.
Yeah, they really lay into it. I mean, I'm not saying it's not warranted.
They hated Anthem since the start, boy. They hate Anthem.
I think a lot of people were disappointed. It's like, man, you want to see BioWare break the mold that EA set for their developers as far as games being released that are just generally not up to snuff. And Anthem, unfortunately, did nothing to break that mold.
Dude, PC Gamer been calling Anthem trash since they've been calling Anthem trash since the beta, dude. They had all kinds of people mad at them. Talking about, so y'all ain't played the game. How y'all gonna be green against Anthem, and Anthem comes out and doesn't do anything about it?
I think we just need to keep our eyes out for Dragon Age 4 when they start showing more of that. I'm really hoping that'll bring back like classic BioWare.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't have a whole bunch of busy work quests like the first, Inquisition did, because that killed it for me.
No war table, thanks.
Yeah, for real. If they go back to it was Origins, right?
Yeah.
Origins was serious, dude.
Origins was fantastic.
where I felt like I was in the fantasy.
Mm.
Who here ain't played Origin?
Yes, I played that one.
Cameron, you haven't played Origins?
20 minutes ago, I said I've never played another BioWare game, motherfucker. Will you listen?
Then you need to go play it, you clown.
I got better games to play than a
Like
game
what?
that's what? How old is that game? Over 10 years old, if I had to guess?
I was
Yeah.
I was with
I've got other games I'm looking forward to, and I'm not wasting time with old games.
my first wife, and I'm on my fourth wife now, so that's when that game came out. That shit over. Look at Tori.
How many of your marriages has World of Warcraft ruined?
2 of them at least.
Dang.
Yeah, man. I just unsub.
Shut up.
From what? The marriage? Because that's what it sounds like on unsubbed.
Yeah, man. I had to stop playing it, dude.
Lord.
It was about to ruin this one. I had to get off. I've realized there's a cycle, man. Like, if I play World of Warcraft, my relationships fall apart. I stop playing, everything's good.
I think it's all about that healthy balance.
Yeah.
Like I remember my first guild on WoW. They broke up because the guild leader and the co-leader, they had a falling out because the co-leader started sleeping with the leader's wife.
Oh damn!
They split up. They
Yikes.
created their own guild, so they split right down the middle. I was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Oh, Tori. We have the Final Fantasy story like that, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That first guild?
Mhm.
Look, one of the guys that we knew in real life started messing with another dude's woman, actually took her on the game. Okay, they were there crafting and junk together, right? This woman left her current man, moved to Nebraska to go with the other dude. The other guy who she left is on the game telling me what all the things that he's gonna do to kill him. like real, like serious. Like I should have called the cops type junk.
I'm a stud.
He's like, I'm gonna like dismember this guy.
Whack.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Relationships and MMOs don't mix.
They really don't, man.
Man, I feel like my RuneScape GFs were so much more tame. Just throw 5K at them and they're your GF for like a day. My brother would make a girl character and go around dating guys to get money. My brother was a prostitute on RuneScape for several years.
It's the world's oldest profession.
You have to make a living. Don't look away from me, DeMarcus. Some people have to do things they're not proud of.
I don't think prostitution should be illegal. I think trafficking should be illegal.
I didn't mean to open up this can of worms. I'm sorry.
I mean,
You
somebody's got to eat the butt if DeMarcus won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I agree about that
I
Pokemon
got
game.
close. I'm telling you, dude. I got this close to the butt, dude. And I said, well, you know what? This is for a professional. And I'm clearly not a professional. I'm serious. I mean, it takes a real man to go and put their face on somebody's butt. Cause I can't do it, dude. You can tell me I ain't a man. Where's Cameron going? Cameron's gonna go pray.
Superman, you take mine. Here you go, Soup. Take it over. all about you and Lois.
Cameron, don't go pray too hard, bro. Don't go pray.
I think I'll appreciate how tall this guy is, though. Look at
Wow,
him.
that's huge.
That is a large Superman.
Yeah, I freaked my girlfriend out. I'll sneak up behind her with it and have it touch her shoulder.
Good lord.
It's the gosh, what's the name of that actor? The one who played the second Superman after
Christian Bale.
That's Batman. What the hell?
Brendan Mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't he like
That's
Legends model now?
He plays Adam or
Adam,
something. Yeah, that's who he's based off of. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
He didn't talk in that movie. He had like 3 lines.
How you gonna be Superman? How's it gonna be your movie and you just don't talk?
Tori, you look like you may have the answer to that question.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so picture black and white, silent Superman. He just kind of flies around. People say things to him, like in that old silent movie style where they're like their mouths move, and then like a placard comes up that has like the words that they're saying on it. But Superman just looks at them blankly, like he doesn't understand what they're saying, and then just kind of flies off and just does something else. Like he'll be flying around, he'll land, and he'll see like a person on the street corner, and they'll be like, and he'll say, "Superman, help! My cat's stuck in this tree. I need your help to get him down." And he'll just be like,
Except it's Charlie Chaplin's cat.
"Hmm, yeah, it's Charlie Chaplin's cat. It has the mustache and the bowler cap and everything." And Superman, oh goodness, Superman will just be like, and he'll just fly off and do something else. And the whole movie will just be that, like, just happening over and over again. Like, he'll fly to, like, Shanghai, and he'll land, and there'll be someone there on the street corner, and they'll be like, "Superman, help, I'm trying to get my car to start, and it won't start, please help me." And he'll just be like, and he'll just fly off and do something else.
Superman, please jump my car.
Please, Superman, please perform these mundane tasks that I could recruit anybody to do. I need you.
Put these clamps on like your ears.
Superman, I need a notary public. I need these forms notarized. Please help.
I need a character witness, Superman. Please help.
Superman, I have to go get my license renewed, but I don't know what 6 points of identification I need. Please help.
Superman, I'm locked out of my computer. Can you unlock me, please?
Superman, I accidentally hit control and the plus and or minus sign, and my whole entire screen looks slightly different, and my entire universe is crashing down around me. My question is, how do I check my email?
Superman's the same. He defeated all the crimes, so he's got to work a high school level job.
He's just going around looking for odd jobs to try to make some change. That's what I'm looking forward to, the iteration of comics with Superman as a panhandler. There we go.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
They won't even let Superman save the world, but they won't let him be like an analyst on ESPN. He gotta go. He cleans up the bathroom at the campus.
Can you spare a nickel for Superman? You know me, Superman. Everybody loves me. Can you spare me a dime, please?
Oh God.
Poor Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Times are real hard, man.
Yeah.
The
Newspapers are irrelevant.
Superman. That's what happens, man, when you say they Watchmen Superman, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Congress came and said, "Okay, you good." Shut down all of it. By the way, Watchmen is one of the best superhero films I've ever watched.
Watchmen's very good.
Till this day.
Did you know they're releasing an HBO series?
Yeah. The dude who created Lost is in charge of that.
Yep, so it'll be 18 seasons long, and by the end of it...
I can't wait to see Dr. Manhattan fight a fog monster.
I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Dude, that movie was wild, dude. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like when I watched Watchmen, I was shook. I was just like, oof.
Shooketh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this time we'll see the actual ending and not the janky made-up one they did.
Yeah, I didn't know what that one's about, but the movie was great. It was great. Speaking of shook, I'm working on a rap single, y'all. I'm working on a rap single, y'all. I should have it out by tonight.
I can't wait.
Quick turnaround.
I've been working on this single for a second. Like it's gonna be fire, y'all. I'm telling you.
Gonna be lit.
The only problem is that my vocals are clashing with the actual music, and it's like distorting it, like an old subs, like when your subs are too big for your car.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, so like
We need to mix it a little bit. Maybe tone down the treble.
yeah, man. Yeah, so I gotta figure out what's going on with the vocals, dude. When I do though, this fire that y'all gonna see. It's
I'll
gonna
get
be
a better
track on
singer. I'll
YouTube.
probably fix the vocals.
I'm telling you, I'm spitting bars in that one. Just y'all wait.
Good bar.
I'm serious. Dude, I'm making R&B song too, dude. Y'all can make kids to this music that I'm gonna be making.
Yes.
Where's your studio, DeMarcus, in East Milton?
Listen, you looking at it. You're looking at my studio.
Gonna go get an apartment next to Juice World.
Stop eating my iced tea.
What's going on in the Seal House?
So I gotta lock this baby up. He's acting.
Being wild.
I have a feeling that. Never mind.
That's good. Whatever it was, don't even go back to it. We don't need to. It was probably completely unrelated to anything we planned to discuss.
All right, real quick. Let's talk about February, y'all. February, every game that came out was trash. Basically.
Except for Apex. Apex did surprise many.
Apex came out and was dope.
Oh, god damn, that's bright.
Oof, what is that?
It was, I moved a tab to my other monitor.
Bro, that sounded like, that looked like you were about to get abducted by aliens or something, man.
That was some serious brightness. Won't be doing that again. But yes, go ahead.
Anthem came out and was trash. There's a few other games. Well, I can't even remember them now.
Far Cry, New Dawn.
New Dawn came.
Metro Exodus.
Exodus ain't trash.
It
just made a bad business.
It came out in February.
Huh?
So I'm not saying it's trash. I'm saying it came out.
Yeah. Exodus came out. Kiwami ain't trash. Well, Kiwami is already out. Anyway.
Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3 trash.
Not liked by quite a few people. It got a real stealth release. Microsoft really didn't do much with advertising for it.
Yeah, they ain't market that one at all.
Or Terry Crews.
They better have paid Terry Crews' money though.
I'm sure he got paid plenty well.
Yeah. What other stuff came out, y'all?
Well, with the power of technology, I can tell you shortly. So, February 2019 game releases. You had, starting on the 1st, Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown, which, judging by the Ace Combat community, a friend of mine who also plays it pretty religiously, that being Glenn, he loves the heck out of it. Apparently a pretty solid installment in the series. Etrian Odyssey. I have not the faintest clue what that is, but it's for 3DS.
3DS.
Yeah. The Occupation. I'm not sure what that is, but it's available for all major consoles and PC. Not Switch, though. Sorry, Switch. Walking Dead game. I'm not sure if that
is that.
That is.
Is that the story base?
Oh my god, you little shit.
And
Made
then,
a fucking hole through this plastic fucking bottle of iced tea. There's like a fucking hole in this now. I can't drink iced tea out of here anymore.
That rabbit's
What the fuck, Rabbit? Are you kidding me, Moose?
That rabbit's planning to kill you, dude.
He really fucking is. He's not playing.
He's chewing through plastic so he can chew through your
Fucking
arteries.
eat through plastic so you can eat through my fucking organs and shit, you little bastard. What?
like, all right, talk
What?
shit in front of your friends. Just wait till this camera gets turned off.
You're so cute.
All right. So,
He's like, show your witnesses.
what else we got? So, rolling into after The Walking Dead, we had Total War 3 Kingdoms for PC.
That didn't come. Whoa, that didn't come out.
That because I am a big Three Kingdoms fan.
It's February 7th release date. I mean, unless it got delayed. I'm just going off of
it got delayed.
Then you had
I've been watching for that one.
BlazBlue, Central Fiction for Switch was a release date of February 7th. God Eater 3, which you guys I think are familiar with. I'm not familiar with the God Eater series.
It's like it's an anime monster, huh?
But that came out February 8th apparently. Monster Energy Supercross 2, real
Trash.
solid installment in the Monster Energy series. Trials Rising, which
Trash.
I don't know. I haven't played the Trials Rising series or the Trials series. Civ 6 Gathering Storm, so I assume
Trash.
that's a DLC, unless it's an additional game. Crackdown 3, Far Cry New Dawn, who, unfortunately, even though I wanted it to be good, Jump Force. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy.
That was announced, but it doesn't come out for a little bit later on this month.
Anthem, and
Trash.
then Metro Exodus, and then Anno 1800 PC game. Not familiar with it. Dirt Rally 2.0.
Don't know.
And Lego Movie 2 video game. And final one on the list that I have is Deltarune for Switch.
Trash.
So that is everything that I had listed for February game releases, according to an article from some site called
Cam, you know what this whole setup reminds me of?
US Gamer.
With you like reading the news and whatever and kind of filling us in on like the information. You seem like a producer. Have you noticed on like all the big podcasts, they always have a producer that's always in the back, and they like have them pull up information.
All right, I gave you your information, guys. I'm out. Take it. Producer Cam, be like the little mole from what's that game? The one that's really grumpy all the time that pops up and only shows up really just to be mean. Is it in Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing, the mean little mole.
Yeah,
Rossetti.
Rossetti. There we go. Oh.
Hey, Cam, you got any pictures of Rossetti? Oh, yeah, I got some pictures right here. It's coming, and you just bring up pictures and stuff.
He just keeps talking and talking and talking. The more you reset, the more he talks.
So yeah, February, disappointing. Seems like I don't know, a couple games I guess were pretty well received, but none of the major releases were all that great.
I want to get to the Epic Store, but I'm a bit nervous because I don't do horror games very well. Like I'm a big weenie dude.
Then I can't imagine that you would be wise to invest in that. I don't know, how did you ever play
Last Light?
No, I mean I didn't personally play that one.
2033?
No, I'm loading my Steam library. I have it on there. Of course Steam has an update. Steam always has an update. Goddamn Steam, always updating. It is the God. Steam, please.
You over begging on Steam.
I just don't like, what is it updating? I literally had Steam open yesterday. So unless they just released a major update, I guess it's a Tuesday, which is when most places normally do their updates. There we go. All right. It is the Amnesia series, Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Nope.
What? Dude, that's one of the best horror games I've ever played.
There's a video, and I know y'all have probably seen it, but there's a video where a dude is walking down the hallway with his lantern or something in Amnesia, and he's super scared already. He's about to cry, and like he's walking, and this thing just walks around the corner, and he turns his character around and starts just hauling ass towards the other way, and then he turns around again, and the monster was right behind him.
Yeah, I know what part you're talking about because there was two monsters. You had one part where you were running away from one, but when you went too far back, there was another one coming around the corner.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it caught up to him so fast, because it catches you. You're supposed to hide because you really don't have any other choice since you can't fight back in that game. I think that was what made it so scary.
Incredible, because
no fighting back.
Dude knocked over his webcam and everything, just screaming. Like it was. Oh god.
It's a fun game, and the mods for it really impressive. I haven't played through this. I downloaded a mod that changed up the whole storyline, but I didn't finish it. But I was really enjoying it.
Is there a mod that puts titties on the weird monsters?
I'm sure there is, unless you're stating that there is one. But I'm sure
I
there
don't know.
is.
That's all I want out of the amnesia modding community.
I generally,
I mean, like those monsters with like the fucked up mouths where it like comes down like this way, like just titties.
I mean,
I believe in the
Rule
internet.
34 would imply that there is indeed that somewhere.
I'm willing it into existence with my brain.
You gotta look on the dark web for that.
Amnesia titty mod.
There's a sick person that's looking for that mod. Right. Okay. So if you're uncomfortable talking about it, it's fine. And no, we're not talking about eating ass or whatever.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, where's the line?
No. There's a game on Steam that's applying to be released called the name of the game is literally called Rape Day. Day of Rape Day. And the dude is releasing it on Steam. And all these people, you know, of course it's outrage culture or whatever, they're mad. Basically the game is about you're a guy and your job, I guess the goal in the game is to rape a woman during the zombie apocalypse. And that is it. Now look. The game's sick, all right? It's ridiculous. But my thing is there's violent games, terribly violent games, and they are the norm. They're fine or whatever. Does this game, for what it is, for sexual violence, does it deserve to be thrown off the service? Or
Oh yeah, fuck that. Go find another platform that'll take your bullshit game. Go live out your fantasy somewhere else.
Think it's a real shitty PR move to let it come out, personally. I think it's a bad idea. I'm looking at the game. I'm looking at it's apparently like visual novel style, and frankly, I hardly even would call visual novels video games. Don't at me, Phoenix Wright community. I don't care. I just don't like visual novels. Are interesting, but I don't feel like visual novels are like video games. Like it's a visual platform. And I guess it's sort of a game because there's options, but yeah, like I think it's icky and it's barely a video game, and I think that it's not even something that's particularly impressive or will make a particularly good amount of money to risk the PR backlash. Also, like rape's just icky in general. Don't do that.
Yeah, it is, but it's a violent sexual act. But I hate that America has this thing, and it's like literally only Western society that has this thing about where it could be the most grotesque, most ridiculous acts of violence ever, but when it comes down to a titty being shown, we act like we're going to just blow up or something. Like it's
I don't know if that's really relevant comparison though. I mean, sure you can.
I'm not trying to make a comparison. It's just like,
wait. Well, have you seen the banned list of games in Australia?
Oh, Australia, they ban games like candy, dude. Like, yeah, Australia. They ain't worried about Australia. They eat them fools. The game is ridiculous, right?
It looks pretty whack. It looks like one of those it looks like a Newgrounds like porn game. To go back to like what we were talking about earlier, like that's literally what it reminds me of. It's like somebody just figured out how to model in 3D, and like the models are pretty good looking, like they're smooth or whatever. But like I don't know. It looks very, very indie gamey and even aside from the particular content that is irreprehensible that it does include. I feel like even if it would just, I just don't feel like this is the kind of game that's like worth the controversy to put it on the platform. And like, if they put this on the platform, like then they literally kind of got to put anything on the platform.
Well, they do.
I mean, that's true.
They let the floodgates open. You can have straight up sex games on Steam now.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird PR move. Am I necessarily going to stop using Steam if it comes out on Steam? No, but it's you bring up an interesting gray area.
It's too gray, because if we allow sex games and we allow violent games, we literally allow violent games and we allow sex games. Now we're just saying, oh, well, this type of content you can't.
Did Steam pull that school shooter game? Was that a Steam situation?
They pulled that one because that's just trouble.
How I don't understand how that's trouble when this ain't though. It's like a controversial subject. It's a media PR whirlwind nightmare waiting to happen.
They said that they considered it trolling because the game was released like almost right after a school shooting. It was almost like it was made to troll the school shooting that was happening.
You don't think this could also be in the same kind of vein, though? What with like the current temperature of the media?
I mean, it could. I don't think that Valve's going to be forced to pull it, though.
I don't know for that reason. But then again, if they did pull it, like, who would they even really have to like answer to over? Like, who's going to be mad about this other than the people that produced the game?
Steam, I don't even think has a parent company.
I don't think they do.
I think that literally whatever they say can be on their store can be on their store.
Yeah, Steam's independent.
Steam is independent?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a very high risk, low reward situation.
Yeah. Valve is independent. That's right. That's my bad.
Yeah. Valve's the owner. Valve, the storefront Steam is owned by Valve.
I think that, well, first off, it's still like in the application stages to even be on the service. True. Like Valve is still looking at it and approving it to be on the service to see if it matches all those terms and conditions. If it does not, because as you see, Hatred is on there.
It's true.
Hatred went through its whole stuff, and which I honestly, be real with you, I wasn't going to play Hatred. I think it's stupid, but there was no reason for Hatred to not be on the service. Like, we have shooters, we have a genre called shooters. So you're gonna ban a shooter? You know, like you're gonna ban a twin stick shooter because you just kill people without an objective. Like you kill people in all kinds of games with objectives or not objectives. If you let Grand Theft Auto be on the service, how can Hatred not be on the service?
It's a valid point.
That's my thing. Like,
maybe it's more or less of or like, I don't know, maybe it's more of a matter of like the way that Hatred's just like kind of senseless violence, like seemingly at random, while I feel like this Rape Day game is more of like a targeted violence against a specific group of people, i.e. women. And maybe that's where the line could get crossed with that. But I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting thing to see play out.
Yeah, I saw it and I was just like, man, I was like, here we go. You know what I mean? So
wacky.
Guys, let me tell y'all something that needs to end. This whole games as a service thing, like, I don't understand the logic of it. If you release a game, right? If you release a game and your game has no content, how are you going to make it a service? There's not going to be nobody there to play it. Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right. Makes sense.
The model itself isn't something I have a problem with. It's the saturation and the fact that it's not executed in the way that they necessarily advertise it as. I'm not opposed to the games as a service model. I'm just more opposed to the fact that you've got technically 3-4 games that released as a service: Crackdown 3, Far Cry New Dawn, Anthem, and Apex Legends, all technically games as a service, and the fact that they'll have an ongoing development cycle that'll extend over several years. But these are all 4 games within a month that are all competing for your time, all requiring daily objectives and missions and content that you're supposed to do within that day. So it gets to a point where it's the quality of the time is something that I wish would be focused on more, and not just trying to necessarily compete for the quantity of time from a gamer.
Well, let's say we all felt like that was all right. Like we felt like, oh yeah, I'm down with you trying to take as much time as possible. Why strip content from a game instead of adding content to a game? I see the whole thing as being lazy, because you can't possibly think that you're going to draw people in and keep them there without having a satisfactory experience. Of course, you're going to have your goofballs that defend anything. Okay, they'll sit there and they'll go through it and pretend. I almost feel like these people pretend that they're having fun just to be hip, because some people may not like it. I swear. Because gamers, dude, I feel like gamers have some of the least amount of self-confidence. Like, they just literally follow what other folks are saying. You know, like it's crazy. But I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts on the whole games as a service thing? I think it's about as stupid as loot boxes were, personally.
I personally would like to really be able to just buy a game and have it be complete when I have it and play through it. And when I get to the end, I can play something else. I like the idea of games as a service, but I think it really has to be backed up by like a really steady release of content, like quality content too, like not just like with Destiny, just adding more stuff to the cash shop with a occasional like new event or something like that. That's the only if you're not gonna like really support the game with like substantial content, you should just make a game that has a start and an end and some stuff in between. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. The only game that I really enjoyed that has a steady release of new content was Overwatch. And that worked there. You know, the game's been going on for years and I still enjoy playing it. But I agree with you, when I buy a game, I should buy the whole game. I shouldn't have to, every so often wait for new things to be released. But I agree with you, Tori.
At least with Overwatch, you got like a complete game experience right away. Like everything that's come afterwards just been like, additional stuff.
Yeah.
I think games as a service only works with certain types of games. Games like big games like these looter shooters and RPGs and shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield, that junk don't work, dude. Like, it just does not work. People run through those games quickly. Whereas with Apex and Battlefield and other Overwatch, those games people do the same thing over and over again, and they don't think about it because there's a different type of goal there. But once you get leveled up all the way, and you're sitting there at max level, you have to constantly keep getting this stuff out over and over again. And I just don't think these guys can keep up. I don't think it's sustainable. I think you should make a complete game. If it's great, everybody's going to talk about it and everybody's going to buy it. God of War, Red Dead, Exodus. You know, a lot of these single player games are killing it right now because they release it and it's complete and folks have a great time and they move on to something else and they buy it. Release DLC for it. Witcher 3. When Witcher 3 came out with Hearts of Stone and oh Lord. The second expansion, which is incredible. I can't think of it right now. But almost everybody who enjoyed The Witcher 3 went back and played those games and bought the DLC for it. It was dope. Just do it. Make a good game. People come back and they want to play it. Make a trash game. Ain't nobody going to want to pay more money for it. I ain't.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think on the argument of looter shooters not acting as a games of a service, I mean, you could certainly argue that WoW would not necessarily looter shooter, but it's a game where you're going to be replaying the same content consistently for the purpose of drops, which is very much in the same vein as a looter shooter. And replaying the same content for the purposes of getting new equipment with different perks, or in the case of Anthem or Destiny, inscriptions. And then I think the most agreed upon point when it comes to games as a service, there's too many of them, at least to me. I wish I had all the time in the world to play every single game as often as these developers think that I can, I guess. But the biggest issue for me is if you want to have like a flagship game that you're constantly going back to, like if Bungie wants to have their Destiny and keep it going, cool. But at the same time, like you said, DeMarcus, it needs to have a solid foundation that you're building upon, not this husk of a game that, rather than live service being a selling point in the fact that you're like, oh man, I love this game so much, and I know for a fact it's getting 3 to 5 years more of content. Instead, you're getting live services as a crutch where they rely on that to release a game that is either, in the case of Anthem, clearly unfinished, bugs, various design decisions that are either incomplete or poorly thought out. And then, of course, the noticeable lack of content to go back and do. And then they rely on the crutch of, oh yeah, but we're going to be adding to this game. And it's got, they use the quote unquote free DLC, but they're really just taking that cost and moving it over to the transaction store. That's really all that is. You're not really free DLC. But I think I would agree with you that my complaint is that you don't get a full product, or at least it certainly doesn't feel that way with some of these games as a service, or even most of them as of late. And then they use that services type categorization to then justify trickling content out that I would certainly agree feels like it should have been part of the base game in order to justify the $60 price tag.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
But I agree. And I'm like, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I don't know if anybody else is looking forward to that, but I am hella looking forward to that game. It's FromSoft's latest creation. It won't have multiplayer. It is being published by Activision, so that has me a little worried. The Dark Souls series was published by Bandai Namco, and the series Dark Souls was, or no, not Dark Souls, but Bloodborne was published by Sony. But that's slightly off topic. But yeah, I agree though that if you don't have enough content or feel like you can create enough content to justify a live service, then make a singular game. And if you decide you want to go back to it later, then make additional content that can be added to the game, as what The Witcher did. I would argue that Witcher's case is not even, I wouldn't even call it DLC. I would feel confident in calling that an expansion. That is a whole new world that I could spend just as much time as I spent in your base game and that like the Blood and Wine being the second one that you were talking about. And that's something that I agree with there, is just give me a final product if you can't justify a service type game.
I hear you. That is great points. Honestly, I think that's I think we covered everything, man.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to Pokemon. Game of the Year is 2019.
I'm excited for Pokemon. I've been playing through Black
I'm so ready.
again.
So ready. I haven't played a Pokemon game in forever because I haven't had the console for it. In this case, the 3DS.
I haven't played since X and Y. So.
I think my last one was I want to say it was Ruby. Not gonna lie, I think it was Ruby. It's been so fucking long. I'm just ready for Pokemon, dude. I need my Arcanine ASAP.
I'm pumped for Sword and Shield. I have a good feeling about it.
I'm glad it's off the DS. The DS can't handle Pokemon anymore. I played Sun and Moon and the whole entire fucking game. Like every time you get into a battle sequence, it looks too pretty, and the whole thing like visually just slows down, and you just have to play it in slow motion essentially because the frame rate is just shit.
I need my money back.
I tried to play Ultra Moon, but I put the cartridge into my 3DS and it exploded. So it was like, all right.
No, you're playing Anthem.
Oh yeah.
Don't play Anthem on 3DS.
You can't handle it.
You can't.
Going up PS4s. I can't get excited about Pokemon because I know it's gonna be the same jump. I already know it's gonna be the same thing.
Can I get a fuck
It's
you?
Always the same thing. That's the beauty of it. It's predictable.
It's trash.
To me, it's like Smash Bros. I know if nothing else from Nintendo, even if they got no fucking idea when it comes to marketing and ensuring that content creators can take advantage of advertising their content for free, they may not get that side of it. But when Nintendo releases a finished game, thank God for that. Yeah. Like Smash Bros, I bought that game knowing I'm not getting screwed. I'm getting a full product that I can enjoy. Same for Breath of the Wild. Same for Mario Odyssey. Like I know, even though yes, they've used the same flagship IP for forever. At least they make it, and it's a whole product that runs awesome on launch.
Yeah, but that's a damn shame, man. Like you shouldn't have to feel that way. You know what I mean? Like everybody should be releasing complete games. And I'm sorry, but the only innovative game that there's two truly innovative games that the Switch has had in its lifetime. That is Breath of the Wild, which went and took the Zelda franchise and did something different with it. And Ultimate, which Ultimate is an enhanced version of Super Smash Bros. Everything else, I don't know what the Switch is. Honestly, to be real with you, Nintendo is good where it's good at, but they're gonna come out with this. They're gonna come out with this Pokemon game. People are gonna be like, "Oh, the graphics are pretty. It's the same game."
Honestly, and this is kind of also on the same topic of what you were talking about. One of the things that's got me so hyped about Pokemon is that I get to use my fucking Switch that I paid like $500 for. Again, I get to touch my Switch again.
Hey.
My Switch has been dusty since the last time I decided that Ganondorf was too hard in Zelda, and I put it down. And I probably won't pick it up again for like 9 years because that's just what I do with Zelda games.
I have probably picked up my Switch to play Smash Brothers. Dude, on my way to Japan, I didn't even play the Switch like that. I had it in my hand. And I played a little bit of World of Light, and I literally put it down. Because all the Japanese people being so nice to me on the plane, dude. I miss Japan.
Let's go back. Lanier and Son's Japanese road trip will drive.
I miss Japan. We'll try.
All right, I'm game.
Road trip to California where I drive my car immediately directly into the deepest part of the Pacific Ocean.
Just let me know where y'all plan on making your entry into the water so I can be there to enjoy the show.
We'll just drive like right off the pier.
Yeah,
and
right
just
off.
start going.
We gotta go up to like Northern California, so it's shorter of a trip to Japan in the water.
Go fast enough.
Also,
Hopefully you
so we can
skip across the water.
Get some of that air going.
Yo, real talk. Today someone called me. It was a Korean lady, and she said her name. I took a breath, and I was like, "Oh Lord, this name is wild." Her name was Un. Her name was Un Young, and I pronounced it right because I've been studying Japanese or whatever. Because like when I go back, I'm be in there, dude. Like I can already like read a bit now.
I was expecting a more intimidating name, if we're being honest.
Say what?
I was expecting a more intimidating name to come out.
Her name's Korean, but she was like, "Wow, I can't believe it." She was so excited that I was able to pronounce her name because approximately 0 people say her name right and stuff. And I told her I was like, I've been studying, to go back, and she was like, "That's so great." She was like, our languages kind of mix in a way, like with the kanji and everything. I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's cool." So I was like, man, I feel like I belong somewhere.
Bet you can play some StarCraft, man.
All right. Just go over there, live in an internet cafe.
Just change all your servers to Aegis servers so that you can just play with your people.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Join Publica servers.
Start playing Phantasy Star Online.
I could.
Phantasy Star Online's really good. I wish you didn't have to jump through a million fucking hoops to play it.
Yeah. I'm going to the next podcast. I'm going to tell y'all about what happened in Japan.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this story for so long.
It's you've seen that meme where where Charlie from Always Sunny has that billboard and he's like marking all the spots and whatever, kind of like an FBI chart. Yeah, that's what that story's gonna be like.
I am so excited.
So I just want to sit here and I'll just tell y'all the story. And I'm gonna look through pictures just so I can tell you guys all about it. Because I will not. And why are you laughing, Cedric? We won't be talking about no hostess club, so you can go ahead. I ain't going to that's yeah, we'll talk about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Laughing with you. What the hell, dude? God, you're toxic.
Shut up. All right, guys. Y'all got anything else before we wrap up?
Hey. Have a great rest of your day.
You're right.
I believe in it.
Oh my god, dude. Tori says a nice thing and immediately it's associated with his skin color. I didn't realize it was this kind of podcast.
You're white too. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is America, man. This is what America's about, man. We got 2 black people and 3 white folks.
This man's over here talking about how he loved how nice Japan was, being an asshole to us. Japan don't want you.
I bet you they do.
Is that right?
Look here, bro. I got more stairs going to the freaking Beau Rivage Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi than I did when I was staying in Shinjuku for a whole week.
All right,
it's Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi.
I'm just saying. Just as a comparison, I'm just telling you, like, people were just so chill and they minded their own business. Like, no matter what their thoughts were about me, they were just so, it was peaceful. I literally felt like I was in a whole nother world. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about it next week, dude. It gets deep, man.
I went to Japan the other day
Shut up.
to get groceries. And while I was in the grocery store in Japan, some lady tugged on my sleeve. And I looked at her. And she looked at me, and she just said very softly, "When's DeMarcus coming back?" And I was like,
Nani?
all in good time. Nani.
Oh, yes, I'm in a spy.
Then she hit you with that baka.
Sayonara.
Oh God.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I love it.
I'll start the GoFundMe. We'll get you back to your home, DeMarcus. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Pizza otabimas. Y'all don't even know what I just said. All I said was I'm gonna eat
about eating pizza.
That's all I said. Torio mimas.
What?
I said I'm watching Tori. I'm learning, y'all. I'm telling you.
I believe in you.
I'm learning. I'm studying every day.
He wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
When I go to Wrestle Kingdom 14, y'all. When I go to Wrestle Kingdom 14 in the Tokyo Dome, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a great experience, man. I can't wait.
I'm excited.
So
I'm about to go to that fucking J-pop concert later this month, yo. I'm so excited. I'm about to be like such a fucking weeboo in the middle of fucking New York City. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Catch me with one of those fucking electronic glow stick pieces of shit. I don't give a shit if it's $75 fucking dollars. I'm buying two. I'm spending $1,000 to watch fucking Japanese girls dance like robots and get like a cool light show out of it. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I might never get this opportunity ever again. 14-year-old me would be horrified if I didn't.
Speaking of, okay, this is going to be something that I'll elaborate on next week. This is a real story. This is true. Sil, you saying the words Japanese girls and robots reminded me. Okay, so I'm in the middle of Kabukicho, okay? And I'm in front of this really famous tourist spot called the Robot Restaurant. It's like they bring out these robots and they sing and stuff on top of the robots and they like do laps and they go in the back and whatever else. I don't even know where they hold all this stuff. But I'm standing in front of them. I was with a group of people that I met on Reddit. I had never met them before that day. I was waiting. I got lost. Didn't have any signal, and I was trying to find them. I'm standing in front of a robot restaurant, and this Australian guy comes over to me. And he's like, "Hey, man, is this the red light district?" And I was like, yeah, you're in it. He's like, "Man, I'm trying to get my dick sucked, bro." I'm like, "What?" I was like, well, you can talk to this guy. You can talk to that guy. You can talk. This guy asked me if I wanted freshly baked titties. You can talk to him. You can talk to all these people, whatever, dude. I'm pretty sure your dick will be sucked by the time you leave the red light district. He's like, "Oh, thank you, man." And he gave me like a head shaking. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all ain't ready for next week.
So, DeMarcus, will Dan Shokodino be at the next Wrestle Kingdom?
Say what?
Will Dan Shokodino be at the next Wrestle Kingdom?
Who's that? Dan Shokodino?
Yeah.
Who's that? So just stop trolling me, man. Who's Dan Shokodino?
Dino.
Dan Shokodino.
D-I-N-O. Yeah. Dan Shokodino.
Cedric.
Hey, it's a legitimate question, man.
Hold on, let me get my translator out. Jesus Christ. Dan Shokodino. Tech language. No. What? I'll look it up later. I ain't worried about you. Did anyone else got anything they want to add before we close out?
Nope. I'm
No.
content.
I got nothing.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, everyone. Have a great podcast.
So long.
You guys later.